you're in a toxic watering hole and you need to take your boat, your lure, and all your gear to another one that's clean, that has good fish, not mutant fish with 3 eyeballs, overweight, and can't see the world straight as it is. That's what you need to do. You need to go to clean waters where they're not tainted yet.
So my expectations are
There we go. You guys have been wanting to see this one. So we got Courtney Ryan. She came out with a new video asking women about male income. What is enough? Let's find out.
So my expectations are not realistic.
I don't want a Hugh Hefner. Trust me, I'd rather just be single. Thank you, though.
Well, somebody's gonna have a sugar mama.
If your wife can spend more than you make, like you need to make more money. So
I was just having this conversation with my friend, and she was like, you have to manifest a husband, girl.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we have a group of girls back with us. If you've never seen any of these girl videos that I've done in the past, what I do is bring on other women to get other women's perspectives. If you guys are a subscriber to my channel, you probably know where I stand on a lot of these topics. I have 400 videos covering my thoughts and opinions, but
Pause chat. Gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on. Put a chill song on, and this one's a long one. It's 40-something minutes.
I think it's really enlightening and interesting to get the opinion of other women who maybe don't have a platform or who, maybe don't talk about these topics or even think about these topics. The point here is to get an honest opinion and reaction from these women, whether it be good or bad, honest nonetheless. In this video specifically, I'm going to be asking the women about salary preferences and average male income. I've got some statistics for them, and we're going to get through this together. So let's get started. What is the ideal age for a guy that you are looking to be with?
So I just turned 27, so like 3 years older than that. So I would say between like 31, maybe 32, just depending on like when their birthday is.
So I'm 27, and I would say I would want them to be older. So like my range that I look for is 28 to 35.
I think anyone within, 3 to 5 years either way, but probably older. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe 33.
Now juxtapose this with what you've seen from, let's say, I think Mia Khalifa was the one, saying that any man that wants a younger woman is doing so because he has nothing to offer. It's because he's insecure and he's a predator. Older women parrot that exact narrative when they've hit the wall and can no longer get the men they're after, so they feel the insecurity creeping in, and they use shaming. They try to shame men and tell them that they're predators. But when you listen to young women, it's crazy how every single one of them wants older men. Not one has said, I want a younger man. I want a man younger than me. Not one.
Potentially.
If you had to choose.
There's a lot of mature, this is just recently, there's a lot of mature people at the end of their 20s who I think I have good chemistry with, so I wouldn't and then there's people in their 30s, even in their early 30s, who act like they're so they got a bum knee and stuff, and I'm like, okay, but I don't feel broken yet. You can't go for a run with me. Just go down a weight at the gym. I don't get it. So I don't know. It's hard.
Okay, do we want to go somewhere in the middle, maybe 30?
Yeah.
Okay, 30,
yeah.
We'll just go with your age.
I really like 28 to
35?
36 max.
Whoa,
or
almost.
37 max. Not in the 40s. Still in the 30s. Because I feel like they've matured. They kind of have gotten settled in their careers. They know what they want. They're not really...
I'll translate for you. Prime. I want a man in his prime. 35, 36, 37, prime. And by the way, the whole 40 shit doesn't even matter. If you're well taken care of in your 40s, if you're still ripped, you still got a six-pack, you still look good. If you looked after your body, you can extend this shit out until your mid-40s. Easily. Those requirements for age goes away when you're Big Daddy pimping, rolling up with a rollie, got money, nice car, incredible body, little silver on your beard. The 37 cap doesn't fucking matter anymore. I'm telling you.
Not the cap.
Take care of yourselves.
There's less of a chance that you'll find somebody who is just looking to play games.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm gonna be...
It's just the brutal truth is this. Most men that hit their 40s and later have the beer bellies. They look horrendous. Most men in their 40s, most men do look like complete dog shit, if we're being real. 35, when they say 35-ish, they go, he's still youngish and he still may look good. That's really what they're saying. It's a roundabout way of saying I still want him to be attractive. I don't want a 40-year-old dude with a beer belly, even though he has money and all that other shit. Staying in shape, dude, time don't work the same. I'm telling you, age like fine wine.
I'll be 24 in November.
Okay.
So I'm pretty young.
By the time this video comes out, you'll be 24.
Okay.
So if we have to pick one age, you said between 28 and 36. What did we say, like 32?
Yeah, I would say 30. No, probably like 30 is perfect to meet them. And then we can get married when they're like 32.
I feel like the bracket that I'm normally looking at, or the roster, I guess, I don't know, between like 29 and like, I don't know, 37, 38, I guess, because I just feel like all guys that are honestly between 24 to 28, they don't really want anything serious at all.
I would say
Made you a mod, by the way, Ryan, just in case you catch some bots. Ban them off the channel.
27.
Okay, and how old are you?
23.
I would have to say the person that I would marry right now would probably have to be between 32 and maybe 43.
Okay.
Between like 30 and 40s. Yeah, I'm 28. So I feel like the person I'm with needs to be a lot more mature than me.
Okay. So do we want to go like 37? Just to go somewhere in the middle?
I would definitely be with a 37-year-old.
Okay. So we'll take that as the number.
Okay.
Thinking of your future, what % of the family income do you personally want to contribute? Like, do you want to be the breadwinner? Do you want to contribute 50-50? Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife or mom?
I would be comfortable contributing 50-50, but I would prefer that it be more so like
Him taking care of me. Come on.
40-50.
Nah.
Okay.
Me
40-60? Like you the 40, them the 60?
Yes.
I'd be okay with, I never thought of this. I don't know. These weren't the things that I fixated on the most when I envisioned my partner. But if I had to throw it out there,
Listen, that answer alone tells you that's not what I fixated when I envision my partner, because I envision him being a man and taking care of me. I'm a woman. I don't have to think about this shit. You're supposed to be able to take care of me. If I'm going to marry you, you better have the money to take care of us and a baby. This is default. This is by default. 40-50 my ass. Let's be honest. You expect a man to take care of you. I don't care how much of the Kool-Aid of the fembots you're drinking. You're not cool paying for 40% of the shit when that mortgage comes in and it's $2,000, $3,000 a month because you want a decent, nice house. Yeah, you're not trying to pay 40% of that. Hey, babe, it's the mortgage. You take care of it. 40 my ass. 40% is what she wants as spending money. That's her allowance.
like maybe half or a little under half. I'm probably,
We'll go 50-50 top.
yeah.
Looking good for the camera, ladies. This one's real.
I personally, I would not mind contributing like majority, but I would say no more than 70% of household income.
So I really want
She usually had the most bot NPC answers that were raw in the last episode about how she wanted men, the kinds of men she wanted. Now she just straight up Kool-Aid, 70%. She wants to contribute 70%, but in the previous episodes, most of these women were telling you what they wanted a man to make. Okay, I haven't seen this, but the title says, asking women about male income, what is enough? $650,000. How the fuck are you going to contribute 70% if your man needs to make hundreds of thousands of dollars? What do you do for a living? How do you contribute half? So you want essentially a millionaire boyfriend, and you're going to somehow match his income.
to be a stay-at-home mom. So like, if that doesn't work out with the person I'm with, then it doesn't work out. But that is like how I picture myself as a mom and a wife. So I guess I wouldn't be contributing financially.
I don't want any of my income to be needed in the family.
You see?
I want the man to be 100% the supporter, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to work and I'm not going to have my own business or whatever.
But you would want the family to be able to live solely off of your husband's income.
100% solely off of my husband. I don't want me to have to use my income at all, but that's not because I'm not going to be working or I'm not going to have my own stuff going on. It's just
My money's my money, and I spend it how I choose. Your money is our money, and you spend it on me. Welcome. You're welcome for the translation.
Because I want the freedom to be able to take care of my kids for the first like 7 years of their life. I want to be a stay-at-home mom and be with them.
Ryan, crazy they want you to manage the family/relationship, 70-30 split, but you want to be equal. Bro, are you serious, or you want a sugar daddy, not a husband? Yeah, cognitive dissonance. It doesn't make sense. You want to contribute 70-30, but somehow take care of me because kids. Now we got kids. You should be able to handle everything. I make 70 though, 70% of the money, but nah, you better be able to pay for everything.
Basically 24/7. Okay. I think that's important in the family structure. So that's pretty much the only reason why.
Okay, so you would choose stay-at-home mom. So 0%, we'll say.
Yes.
Okay.
I think 50-50 is definitely acceptable, and that's what I'd enjoy. I wouldn't enjoy feeling like someone has to take care of me. I don't like relying on people or men or really anyone for money. I think that's totally
emotional damage.
That's just how I was raised.
If I'm painting a picture, if it's my ideal life, I would love to just be a stay-at-home wife with some hobbies and, raising a family, because that's just the way I grew up. I had a stay-at-home mom, and it was just a really good environment to have.
Okay, so ideally that's what you would want.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Can you do what your mom did?
Stop the cap.
Can you cook and clean like your mom?
Stop the cap.
Are you good with kids? Are you feminine?
Stop the cap.
Have you been on Tinder? Do you have a high body count?
Stop the cap.
now I want to talk about your ideal lifestyle.
Pause. Do you think you deserve a ring like your mother got?
Stop the cap.
Okay.
So thinking about a house, how many bedrooms, how many square feet, what are we thinking?
I don't need anything, crazy spacious, but I definitely do want a big enough home where everybody can have their own, individual selves and space to feel comfortable. So just depending on lifestyle and family, at least 3 to 4 bedrooms for sure, 2 full baths, because
God forbid. Do you know how much that goes for in my area? A cool $500,000 or more. If you're anywhere around any decent town where there are high paying jobs, you're paying $750,000 for such a house. $500,000 easy. All right.
forbid there's more than one girl.
Girl in the pink is a bot. Where's the NPC music? But she will be the same person to go on foodie dates in the club for free. Simps in her Venmo. Yeah, we're gonna see the delusion right now with male income. It's coming.
In the house, that'll be drama. And definitely like a big backyard. So at least 5 acres, to run.
5 acres, boys. You know how expensive land is today, lady? This is absolutely no grasp on reality and finances, how the real world works. Like, do you think she ever Googled how much 5 acres no house goes for? Just 5 acres. 5 acres, bro. In a decent part of town where your man has to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So he needs to be able to commute to work somehow in a 5 acre fucking mansion. Oh, wow. Okay. 5 acres is $1 million in Sydney. Is that what it is? Sydney, EU. How much is 5 acres, guys, in your area right now if you were to look? Is she going to say something ridiculous? Like, not a big house, like 20,000 square feet. Is that big? 5 acres? That's a lot. Millions. Yeah, it's millions. For most of us, it's millions of dollars to get 5 acres. And that's just the plot of land. Dude, it's 100 G's for 5 acres in Nigeria. We got someone, shout outs to Nigeria. For Ryan, 5 acres is $30 million. 30 mil. 2.5 million for somebody else. 185K in the UK. 350. That's land, guys. You haven't even built your house yet. Oh my God.
Roman is what I aspire to have. And then square footage on a house, I really don't even know how to scale something like that. I don't 4,000 to 5,000 square feet, maybe.
Okay, what you describe sounds.
4,000 to 5,000 square feet. 5 acres. She said 3 to 4 bedrooms. 5,000 square feet. Do you know how many fucking rooms a 5,000 square foot house has? 6, easily. 3, 4 bathrooms. Pools. How much does a 5,000 square foot house go for? No land. That's 5 to 9 million in the valley. That's just the house, bro, where you're still stuck to your neighbor. She wants a 5K square foot house on 5 acres is almost $38 million. And by the way, you got to live close enough to your job because you're not going to be commuting no fucking 20 hours, dude, because you got a house in the boondocks somewhere where nobody lives to get the 5 acres. You got to put that 5 acres near the city in the metro area. And it's got to be a 5,000 square footer, G.
Bruh.
This is how coddled women have become. They can't even calculate reality, dude. Every single man here has looked that up just to see how much hard work you got to put in, how far in your career you got to get, what it would cost to get 5 acres, 5,000 square foot. Everybody here has gone on Zillow, has gone on like realtor.com and just seen what houses are worth and go, fuck, dude, I'm never going to be able to afford that. Oh, that house is $1 million. Okay, what's a beater in my neighborhood? That house looks like dog shit. How much? Oh, crap. $500,000. Guess I won't be a homeowner for a long time in the economy today. She's talking 5,000 square feet, 5 acres. Wow, dude.
Close to that.
Like that, if I need to go bigger, obviously, you know, we'll go bigger. That's no question. But just a nice, comfortable size home.
Okay, and then how many kids do you want?
2 to 3. If I, 2 boys and a girl would be ideal.
Okay, and what about a car? I know you like cars.
Oh my God!
Yeah, if it could be anything, if it's my dream, it'd probably be a Pagani BC, which is like a hypercar, but oh my gosh, they're so sexy. So that would be.
How much is that car?
I don't even know. Probably at least like 1.5 mil for sure.
Oh my
at
God.
least. I don't
Okay,
even
so
know.
what about not the dream car, but
Something more realistic.
Are you shitting me, dude? You can't be serious. Oh, wow. Damn, she got me there.
Gotcha, bitch!
She really got me there. A Pagani. Boys, not a Ferrari, not a Lambo. She'd like a hypercar in 5,000 square feet on 5 acres. And if she needs more space, you better be able to, you gotta provide it. And what do you get in return as a man? Here's the question we all got. What do you get as a man for providing all of this? Imagine in the land of make-believe, you can provide everything she asks for. Why choose her? OG Ball, 2,400 square feet is a family home of 4 people. Bro, you could fit way more people in 2,400. Yeah. Kids could share a goddamn room there. I told you, insane, my dudes. That's fuck, dude. Wow, bro. Someone's been coddled growing up.
I would get.
just to give us a ballpark, like a kind of range.
Maybe like some sort of like F12 Ferrari, like an A12 super fast would be super cool, or maybe. Like
Hold the fuck up, bruh. I don't have a song. What song could I play for this shit? Is this like? This has to be the only song that properly fits this. She can't be serious. So you can't have your hypercar and you want an F12 Ferrari. And that's considered settling.
Some sort of like F12 Ferrari. Realistic that I would
realistic.
Get,
just to give us a ballpark, like a range.
Maybe like some sort of like F12 Ferrari, like an A12 super fast would be super cool, or maybe like a 458.
Okay. How much are those?
Would
Like
be
80?
ideal.
No.
Those are probably
like $250,000 and up. That's what those are. And that's used. She wants a 458 Italia. Yeah, dude, good luck. $250,000 starting.
Depending like 300,000 to 525K. Just depending on what you go with, and
She's a car girl.
love them.
All right, and then what about vacation? How important is travel to you? Like international, what are we thinking?
So I've not done any crazy international travels personally, but I'm always open to exploring. And I love the oceans, so like French Polynesian Islands would be super cool to vacay for a little while, or I don't even know, Australia. something
So it's
like
something
that.
you'd like to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's not a huge priority for me, but it's definitely something that is on the list.
The car is more important than the vacation.
Yeah.
So if I was a stay-at-home mom, it would be because we're financially okay without me working. And like if we were in a position where that wasn't the case, then I would 100% work and like be fine with that. But I want to have like 3 kids, so you'd have to have a bigger house for that. So I don't even know, because I've never owned a home. Maybe like, I don't know what's normal. Like, is 3,000 square feet normal? That might be big.
Yeah, would you say like 4 bedrooms? Like
Yeah.
a 4-bedroom home, something like that?
3,000 square foot home is normal. A 3,000 square foot home where I live is $1 million and up. What the fuck? Okay. Holy shit, dude. You can't start a family in the West. I'm telling you, this is the standard. This is what they think is normal. This is what you need to bring to the quote table in order to even get married to one of these women. Like, this is what social media has done to people's expectations of reality. This is wild, bro. This one takes, like, hats off, Courtney. You got the perfect crowd of girls to say the perfect shit. If this hasn't gone viral for her yet, I don't know what to say. GK, we don't live in a simulation. We live in a sitcom. No, we live in a shit show. That's what this is. Worse than a sitcom. Arzan, thanks, brother. 2.5 mil for that house and land in my area. Literally maybe 3 in that range on the market right now. Don't forget the Pagani or the F12 Superfast, bro. So if you can't man up and buy her the Pagani F12 458 Italia at the lowest, I'm an average guy. If this is what I can expect, I'm out. Bro, you got no shot, dude. Being an average man today, do you fucking hear the numbers getting quoted right now? You hear the numbers, right?
That?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what about like cars? Would you want to drive a luxury car? Do you not really care about that?
I don't care about cars. I know a lot of people do. Like, I drive a Mazda and I'm like perfectly happy with it. So that's not a big thing to me.
Okay, and then what about vacations? Would you want to travel internationally? Things
Reasonable.
like that?
Yes, I love traveling. Like, I think experiences are like the most like invaluable thing in life. So I would love to be able to travel domestically and internationally.
How many square feet would your house be?
Oh, minimum 23.
Okay.
2,300 square
All right,
feet.
she knows. And how
Okay.
many kids?
So that kind of depends on the person. I would be okay with none. And also, like, it just depends on their values. I would say, ideally, though, my max would be 4.
Okay. What about a car?
I want a car where it's nice and it stays nice. I know ideally if you have kids, that's not going to happen. But I would like, personally for me, an SUV, Cadillac
Reasonable.
Escalade, you know. The OG, like, mom car of, like, well,
That's
back in the
100,000.
day, I would say.
Okay. And then what about vacations? Do you want to travel internationally? Is travel important to you?
Yes. Travel internationally. I would love to go to Maldives. More tropical environments.
Okay, describe your ideal lifestyle. So house. What's your house? How many square feet?
Shoot, like I never even thought of this.
Okay, what about how many kids do you want?
I thought in terms of like family, this guy's got to be funny. We need to have inside jokes. Like, kids probably if we're financially able to, like maybe 3 kids.
Okay, 3 kids. So maybe like 4-bedroom house.
Sure.
Okay, and what about car? Do you care about car?
Zero
I like
planning.
my Jeep.
Okay. What about vacations? Do you want to travel internationally? Is that important to you?
I feel like vacations is where I kind of would like to be financially stable enough to do fun things like that. And yeah.
I don't care about the square footage of the house. I just want it to have enough space for me and however many
kids.
kids we have. If we have
Reasonable.
1 kid, we can just have 1 bedroom for them, like an extra bedroom, so a 2-bedroom house. If I have 5 kids, then I want to have a 5-bedroom house or a 6-bedroom house because we need a bedroom.
So I'll ask you then, how many kids do you want, like ideally?
I want 2 kids.
Okay. So
Ideally.
we'll base the house off the 2 kids. So you would want like a 3-bedroom, right?
I would want 3-bedroom, yeah. Maybe like an off.
You see, imagine being able to get to adulthood and being so disconnected from the financial realities of the world, the economics we're in today, that you can just shout random shit like, 3 bedrooms. And if we have more kids, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms. Like, do you know what a massive jump in income you need to have for that kind of shit? 8 kids, 9 bedrooms. No, you get a bunk bed and you make all those fuckers, all 4 of them, sleep in the same room. Tough shit, kid. That's how it works in the real world. And then your older brother, sister, passes down the clothes to you. 1 bedroom per kid. Are we not coddled? Are we not delusional here in the West? Is anybody else from the rest of the world watching this and going, bro, what the fuck are Americans on right now? I grew up with 4 brothers, 5, 6 brothers all in the same room.
Office added, but I don't care about any luxury finishes.
I don't care about luxury, but each one of my kids got to have a bedroom.
Bruh.
Or whatever. I would want it to be nice. I don't really care about like a swimming pool or anything crazy like that. It doesn't matter if we're super wealthy. I
Don't care about a swimming pool, but up the bed count for every kid.
still would want to like be within our means.
Okay.
Like, within our needs.
Okay, what about a car?
How the
Bruh.
Do you care about the car?
I do kind of care about cars. I do like luxury cars. I think they're nice and I think they're sexy. But again, I would never go above, I would never want to be struggling because we're paying a crazy car payment. It's only if we had enough money that we could afford a luxury car. And even then, like, I wouldn't want like a Lamborghini. I like BMW and Mercedes just because they look nice. But I would get like,
I don't care about luxuries, but I want a luxury car. You can't even make this shit up, dude. Hold on, boys. The chat is giving me NPC problems here. Oh, there we go. Desmond Grow listening to this at work. It's hilarious. I don't even know what to say, dude.
just a nice car that I could drive my kids around, and then my man can drive whatever car he wants. I would definitely like a luxury car.
Okay, so ideally you would like a luxury car. What about vacations? Like, do you want to travel internationally? Is travel important to you?
Travel is very important to me. It was ingrained into the way that I grew up. Like, I've been traveling. I've been to like 10 countries. I love traveling, so I want to keep that
So
up.
luxury.
Okay.
So you want a luxury lifestyle. What you want is a man to be able to afford you a luxury car, luxury house for 1 bedroom for each kid, luxury vacations. So what you just told us you wanted, and I don't give a shit about any of that stuff, is completely false. Because you're going to think you deserve all this stuff when you get a man that can't provide all this. Like, this should be my standard. I grew up going on vacations.
The job that I have, or the job that my husband has, is going to be some sort of income that is not based off of them working, if that makes sense. Like, I would want my husband to own a business.
He's got to be a CEO. He's got to make money while he's asleep. Okay. You can't just have a normal job as a man. You need to have a job where you don't have to work to make money.
I would own a business, and it would be able to run or function without us, and we should be able to never have to retire. We'll always be retired, or we're never retired either.
What are the stats on businesses succeeding? I remember when I started mine, something like 80%, 70% fail in the first year, and something like 90+% fail in the next 5. And then those that survive then go on to actually survive. What are those stats? Your man is going to be the one guy who's got a business that has made it through the odds, and now he doesn't even have to check in at work. Do you know what kind of small business you have to run to not have to check in all the time, to not put in 80-hour weeks? Whoa. What the fuck? Are you listed on NASDAQ or something? Are you a Fortune 500? You just take off like that? Shit.
They're either one.
So like passive income, I guess is what that is.
Yeah, I would want to be, that is a goal, yes, just to get to passive income.
I'm gonna go with like, I feel like 21 to 2200 square feet.
Okay, that's reasonable. How many kids do you want?
Well, I haven't had one yet, so I don't really know what that pain endurance is really gonna be like. So for right now, I'm gonna stick with 2. I'll say that. And probably about like 5 bedrooms in the house. You always have to have an extra bedroom.
Where are you going to find a 5-bedroom house with 2,200 square feet?
And then the walk-in closet has to be in my bedroom.
All right, that might be a little more than 2,000 square feet. What about a car? Do you need a luxury car? What, like, are you okay with regular car?
No, I'm not okay with a regular car. I'm not at all. I love cars. I feel like when you get into it every morning, or you're getting out of work, or you're getting out of work, going to your car, it's something that you look at and you're like, damn, like.
If you want to be a stay-at-home mommy, why do you need a nice car? What are you bringing to the table to the top 0.01% man? We're not even talking 1% men. We're talking 0.01% of men in the exact descriptors they're using. Between 30 and 40, making, we all know they have to be making millions to afford a fucking Pagani. Right? In that age bracket, with that income, and doesn't have kids or is not married, is like 0.01. Why should you be the one that gets chosen? How can you not see that this is a life of cats awaiting you? Where do you get a man like this? And how do you get him to marry you? Dude, social media is a disease.
Like, I'm happy I'm working for something good, and that makes me feel good. It makes me happy. So I enjoy having a nice car.
Okay.
I had a Mercedes that I really enjoyed. And then I've had Volkswagens, and I have one now, and I love Volkswagens. So I say those top 2 are good. Acuras are cool, but definitely Mercedes and Volkswagen. I feel like those are my top tier faves.
Okay. What about vacation? Do you want to travel internationally? How important is travel to you?
Well, let me tell you, extremely important. I would like to travel to Fiji, like really badly.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
I'd love to go to Italy. I'd love to go to, Tuscany.
All right.
By the way, you don't just fucking show up to these places, boys. When she says I want to go there, I want to spend money and do things. I want a nice hotel. I want cabanas, stilts on the water. I want to be served by the staff. You're not going there on your cheap ass flight to sit in a hotel room all day. You got to go out and do shit. She wants to be at a resort. You're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars per vacation. Minimum. This is a chick that drives a Volvo asking you for that. No offense. Volvos, nice cars.
Right.
Greece.
Big vacays, all right.
Big vacays. They go on and on and on.
So how many kids do you want? You have one
Life's
right now.
a party.
correct?
Yes, so I have one child. I like to have one child. I'm enjoying this. Don't feel like I'm ready for another kid just because I still view myself as a young person, and I feel like children can be limiting in a lot of ways, especially since I am single. But if I had a partner, I think I would like to have 1 to 2 more children, so 3 altogether.
Okay.
By the time I'm 32. Like, once I turn 32, I think I'm cool. Like, I'm gonna be comfortable with my one child for the rest of my time here.
Okay. So if you did have more kids, you would want them to be before you turn 32.
Yes.
Is what you're saying. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So now thinking about, okay, we'll just say maybe you want 3 kids. We'll go with that for the number. How many square feet would your house be? How many bedrooms would it be? Ideally.
If I had 3 children, though, I would definitely want at least 5 bedrooms. Because if I had family members...
Bruh.
Single mother demands 5 bedrooms. Single mother wants man that could afford 5-bedroom house. Single mother approaching 30 with another man's baby wants a man with a financial ability for a 5-bedroom house so family can come stay there too. Single mother
that wanted to stay over, I could put them in that room, and then I could have like another room for a different purpose, like an office space or, you know, a computer room.
Right. And then what about a car? Like, are you a luxury car type of gal? Do you not care about the car?
So I'm practical with cars. I feel like I drive so much and I have a child, so my car needs to accommodate my lifestyle.
Can you imagine 30, 40 years ago, if you asked a single mother what she looks for in a man, and you would have gotten perhaps a humble answer of, any man that'll take me. Honestly, I understand I have a ton of baggage, and I'd be very grateful if I was given a chance, and I'd be the best woman ever to him. He would come home to a cooked meal every day, a clean house. I would make sure he would feel valued in every way for taking us in. Thank you so much for a man that would give us a chance. You know, and a man could look at that answer and be, you know, damn, that was a humble answer. Like, would give a second thought to it. You know? Now, where the fuck is my 5-bedroom house, you bum? My mother-in-laws, my homies, my girlfriends, whoever the fuck I want, I need an extra room for that shit.
Bruh.
The market today, 5-bedroom house, a cool $1 million. Easy. My father could only rent a 2-bedroom house with all 6 of us. These girls are insane. Thanks, Mike.
However, I would definitely have like a car that I would use day to day, and then I would probably have like a more luxurious car that
Daniel, I better step on my game. $70,000 isn't nothing. I feel poor now. Yeah, you can barely get by yourself on $70,000, my friend. You want to feed a woman with this kind of appetite in the world today? Let alone some kids that need their own bedrooms, need their own cars, need their own education. Yeah, in a woman's eyes, $70,000, you're dirt poor. What are you eating? Bugs, bro? You on a bug diet? Can you even afford a roof with $70,000? Do you know what a car is? A vehicle? Oh my God.
I would use recreationally, alone or like with my mans. So, and I wouldn't have like a modern sports car. Like my luxury car would be like an old Grand National or something like that, like pimped out.
Perfect. And then what about vacation? How important is travel to you? Like international travel? Is it something you prioritize?
Yeah, travel's actually really big to me. I like to go different places and experience different cultures and foods. I think that it's really nice to do that with my daughter as well. It kind of shows her something different than what she's used to day to day. So,
keeping all these things in mind, what you would like your ideal life to look like, what would you say, what would you want his income to be? If you're going to be a stay-at-home mom, like what kind of range would his income be?
That's tough because I feel like I would have to like break down like how much it actually like costs to have kids and like travel and the house and all that, and I don't really know, but I think for me to be comfortable like staying at home and not working, like I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000. Like I guess if they made less than that, I feel like we wouldn't have the lifestyle I wanted, so I would work.
Right. But you're
Bruh.
talking ideal lifestyle. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
your dream life. 300K
Bruh.
for you to be able to
I think so.
be a stay-at-home mom
and
not
have
to
3
worry about
kids
it.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like life's expensive.
I would just like to
Bruh.
preface this as saying this is not do or die. But based on where I'm at, if he makes between like anywhere from 70 to 100K,
I would have to say 127. Ideally, like if they're in an industry
Bruh.
where they do have longevity and they know like, hey, every single year I'm going to get a raise between.
How the fuck are you affording 5 bedrooms, 3,000+ square feet, trips every every year, excuse me, multiple kids on 70 to 127? Can you do fucking math? Have you ever done your taxes? Do you understand median income in America, no less? Can you look at the price of a house next to you?
In like 3 to 5%, which, you know, it just depends. Like, I would be comfortable with that.
$500,000? Is that bad? I know that 1% of men make $500,000, or like less than 1% of men or something.
I'd say probably 150 to $250,000 a year. That's my guess.
That's my guess.
Bruh. Oh my God!
JD, thanks, brother. 45 to 55K US median is third world rate now. Yeah. Yeah. Do you see why it's super important to get a passport? Learn a trade, something that can get you remote work. Something, anything. If you're under $500,000, you're a bug sandwich kind of guy. You're a sleeps under a bridge. You're a can't even afford a car. Why are you even talking to me? Ryan, thanks. At a family/friend get together, this 34-year-old cat lady told me I'm broke. I don't know. I didn't know 280K was broke. Meanwhile, she's 20K in credit card debt, 50K student loan debt. Delusional at best. Wow. Let's continue.
Okay. And you would contribute also 50.
It's the face alone. Just look at the face. The face goes, yeah. Millie sounds about right on Instagram.
50.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
You'd be willing to do up to 50.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So keeping all of this in mind, we just painted your ideal.
Oh, here we go, baby. This is Pagani chick here. Yes, Pagani girl, F12 super fast. Let's go.
Yeah.
For the 27-year-old man, what would his
so
income ideally be? Like
What would it have to be?
to support this life?
Which is so funny because I saw this video the other day where it was saying like, if your wife can spend more than you make, like you need to make more money. So it really just depends. But I mean, just to have like a really decent lifestyle and you know, be supported well, like 150 maybe to 250,000 a year would be.
Bruh.
How, Sway? How's he buying you a Pagani on 150K a year?
Be comfortable for sure. The more the merrier, but that'd be comfortable.
I was just having this conversation with my friend, and she was like, you have to manifest a husband, girl. Like, you have to really think about the lifestyle that you want to live when it comes down to vacations and how many kids you want to have.
You have to manifest a man. You don't have to change yourself. You got to pray to the stars.
Bruh.
He's a Pisces.
Bruh.
I can't fucking press these buttons fast enough.
Bruh.
And just like the lifestyle that you want to have. And I feel like ideally my husband needs to be making like 650,000. I feel like there's beauty and growth getting to that point.
Okay.
You know, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna contribute, you know, more than what I'm contributing now.
Yeah.
No, but
You see the giggle? I'm gonna, at the end of the day, got no fucking answer, but I'm gonna contribute more than I got going on right now because I don't got shit going on right now but a kid in tow. Did you hear that?
what I'm contributing now.
Yeah.
No, but
Which is nothing, yet I want a man to make $650K a year.
Oh my God!
ideally, I would want someone to be able to match my hustle. So like, if I'm making this much and
What hustle? You got hustled by a dude, had a kid, he left you. You got hustled. You're the hustle-e, not the hustler. You ain't bringing $650K a year worth to the table as a single mother.
I have this lifestyle, this person cannot have a lesser lifestyle than me. Otherwise, it is not going to work out.
Yeah.
So
you said you would want to contribute 40% max. So
Right.
if they're making 650, that would mean you would be making 400,000.
and that sounds great to me, unless I could be making more.
Okay. What do you think is the
Where the fuck are these jobs that are so giggly and easy to get making $400K a year with the no specialized skills? Where do you think you're walking in somewhere that'll just go, yeah, entry level position, $400K a year? Where, bro? Oh my God. Ryan, no, I'll hold my corner with my Toyota RAV4. These girls are too much and I'll be broke, bro. What? Dude. And the guy saying, oh, fans. Understand that even those are the top 1 point, like the 0.01% of creators make that kind of bread. They'll most likely be the kinds that have to do discounts for Christmas. If you sign up now, I'll give you half off. Please just sign up, please. That's reality.
median income for age 31?
As of right now, I think it's probably like between mid 50s, maybe 60.
It's $45,000. Yeah. What do you think the top 25% of men are making at 31?
I think it's probably in my range of like that mid, like maybe like 57,
70.
70. Oh, okay.
Top 10% of men
I'd say
at
90.
31.
90.
111, you're close. Okay. And then what about the top 1% of men?
Ooh, I would say 120.
252.
Wow. Okay, that
Top
jumps
1%.
pretty high.
So you're asking 127 is closest to the top 10% of men. So I would say it's probably top 5% at 31 if I had to guess. So top
Crazy Russian. Thanks, brother. Thank you for doing God's work. Once the war is over, I'm heading to Russia and getting wifed up there. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bee. Oh, yeah. Manifesting a Chad. That's ultra jacked, handsome. Not even 30 yet. Making $500,000 a year. It's the invisible. It's the unicorn man. He doesn't even exist in reality.
only the top 5% of men at 31 are making $127,000.
That's insane. That is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy.
Reality is insane, not your demands. You know what's crazy? Real life. Not the shit I'm not spewing out of my mouth. No. Reality is nuts.
Because over 70% of men never make $100,000 even one time in their life. 70% of men. So that means only 30% of men are, well, actually 23 last year in 2021, only 23.4% of the male workforce made $100,000. And that's factoring in all ages, not just, guys under 32 or whatever it is. You assume most of them are a little bit older.
Right, are making, oh my gosh.
I don't know, maybe 80.
It's actually 41.
Guys in my network are in for a world of more bots to pump and dump. It's crazy out here. They literally fly girls in every other week. Yeah, and I know men that are making a ton of money that do the same thing. You either go on Instagram, world's #1 dating app. You DM them, tell them you'll fly them over. Done deal. That's it. Bonus points if you got a check mark on your name on Instagram or a cool looking profile that shows status and money. Done. The world is your oyster. Fly them in. Game over. Fly them back out. Get rid of them. And these could be girls in your town, boys, the girl next door that you got no idea. It's so crazy that it's funny. It is, dude. You have no idea how deep the rabbit hole really goes. If you knew why they give these kind of answers that they give, you would, I'm telling you, I'm not going there because of YouTube. There's a reason their standards are this high.
$1,000.
You're lying.
For a 27-year-old.
I just feel like everything is so expensive nowadays. Like, I guess that's fine. No worries. Cut it in half.
41,000. That's
Shorty will bring it home.
That's the median. And then what do you think the top 25% of men at 27 make?
I guess that's it. Let's change up the perspective. Maybe 60K?
61. Yep, close. Okay. And then what about the top 10%?
We got to up the volume on that.
75?
91. Okay, so you're under there. And then what do you think the top 1%ers at 27 are making?
Oof, like 200K.
Spot on. 203. Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep, so you want a 1% man at 27?
It seems like that's all we want nowadays with these 1%ers.
Median income never eclipses $65,000 regardless of age. So 70 to 100 is above the median.
Well, somebody's going to have a sugar mama.
Not the cap. I mean, the median, I'm going to guess like, I don't know, is it like 80?
It's $48,000 for 32. Okay. Yeah, and even at
crazy.
Even at the top 35, which was the end of your range.
Yeah.
The median is $52,776.
So my expectations are not realistic.
So you said you want
She got hit with reality. Doesn't matter. She won't change. At least she said it out loud. It's not realistic. JC, you ask men, what do you want in your dream woman to be like? They'll respond, I'm not getting her. I just want a woman who can support me, etc., etc. Yeah. Yeah. And society doesn't coddle you and tell you that's what you don't settle for less, king. You deserve the best. She should be a pinup model. She should accept you for you. You're the table. Imagine society telling a man some shit like that.
$500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
60K? 70K? 50K.
It is $45,000.
Oh my God.
You see the shock? I want you boys to think. Can't say this too much. Can't get into it too deep. I want you to pay attention to the shocked look.
60K? 70K?
Watch.
50K.
It is $45,000.
What kind of men do you think she's been messing with? What lifestyle has she been shown? Where has she been around the world? She's never crossed paths with a man that makes $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Pay attention. Look at the Instagram. How many hotels are there? How many expensive meals on the stories? How many countries has she traveled?
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. That's the median.
That's the look of, I didn't know men like that existed.
Now, what would you guess if you had the top 25% of men or people at age 30?
Well, if that's the medium, then the top 25, like 60?
73. And then what about the top 10% of men?
100?
Close, 108. What about the top 1%? Top 1% of men at 30.
Well, I thought it was 500,000, but you said no, so 400,000.
338. Yeah, so let's see.
I mean, 338 is still okay.
Bruh.
Imagine making $338,000 a year, and the best you get is, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, fuck, we're barely making it. We're on bug sandwiches. And all of my kids can't have their own bedrooms. It's kind of bullshit, but I could put up with it, I guess. Oh, wow, dude. Western women, eh? I hope the rest of the world's watching this. You see what we're dealing with here in America. This is wild, bro. It's not that bad, dude. $338,000 a year. Barely making it. We're in the trenches. I mean, my kids had to share a bedroom. I couldn't afford organic food. My avocado toast didn't have avocado.
For a 32-year-old, what do you think the median income is for this age specifically?
For a 42-year-old?
32-year-old.
32-year-old.
The age that you chose.
I'm going to go with probably like $85K a year.
$48,000. The top 25% of men, guess how much that is at 32?
Wait, say that once more.
The top 25% at 32 years old.
I don't know. Now I'm even nervous to answer the question. I guess like maybe 125.
77.
This look right here, this is what you're seeing going on in her head right now. Oh, shit. The calculations. Uh-oh.
Emotional damage.
She now knows, statistically, where that man is. Fuck. 30's coming up. What? Say what? How much a year? Oh, vacations? Nope. 3,000 square foot house? Nope. Can I afford even one kid? Maybe. I'm gonna have to work too? Oh shit. Do you mean there's cats in my future?
Top 10% is 120. And the 1%ers at 32, 1%, this is men and women. 1% at 32, 320,000.
I think it's 250,000.
It's 52,000.
What? No, it's not.
52,000.
Damn, America.
And then guess how much the top 25% is at 35? These are the top 25% of earners.
It's 50,000 is the average income of a 37-year-old man.
And then what's the top 25% of a 37-year-old? If you had to guess.
The top 25% of a 37-year-old man? Dang, maybe it's 200,000.
86.
What? No, it's not.
The top 10% is 137,000. The top 1% of earners at 37 years old. Top 1%ers.
Right.
Like we're talking 1%, 304,000.
Bruh.
Still not 650. Do you think that your standards are unrealistic? Do you think it's realistic? Like, what do you think after hearing the median and the statistics around it? Like, what are your initial thoughts?
It definitely is shocking because a 37-year-old man is a lot older than me.
Bruh.
And that means that I don't even know how to process this right now.
And the median income never eclipses 65,000 regardless of the age.
Bruh.
Wow.
So, yeah, the median income for even a 75-year-old, 16 to 75, never eclipses 65,000. And then over 70% of men never make 100K even once in their lifetime. Over 70%. In 2021, only 23.4% of the male workforce made 100,000, and that's all ages. So you have to assume a lot of them are older, above 40, 50, 60s. What do you think makes women feel like they want that? Like, what is causing women to want the 1%ers?
I think a lot of it is like social media hype and just this grand idea of what's obtainable nowadays, which it totally is, but you have to work for it. And that's why it's 1% and not
You have to work for it. That's it. And she wants a Pagani. Just gotta find a man that works for it. You gotta work for it. So easy, bro. By the way, at 27, you gotta be 27 and have all the shit. Now, we're not talking 50, 60, a lifetime. No. You gotta be 27 and have all this shit. Oh, shit.
everybody's doing it. So it's not bad to want that, but you have to surround yourself with those types of people. So honestly, for a long time, you're probably going to be in the 25%. But that's how you strive and you get better and you meet the right people. So
fuck? What the fuck? Do you know how statistics work? You're not gonna, a long time, you gotta surround yourself with 25%ers. They're 25%ers. They're not common, statistically.
So I think they want it because it seems so obtainable based on social media.
Do you think a lot of people just don't know the statistics around it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was a little shocked when, obviously the 1% is going to be that higher income, but what was the beginning, like 41?
The median is 41.
Yeah, that was shocking to me, to be honest with you. But I mean, it makes sense.
I'll tell you some other ones that are crazy too. So the median income never eclipses $65,000 regardless of the age.
What?
In 2021 alone, only 23.4% of the male workforce made 100K. And that's all ages. So you have to assume a lot of them are older too. Like
Right.
hardly any of them would be 27.
Right. Wow.
And there's actually only one age from 16 to 75 where the top 10% of men make 200K. If you had to guess what it is, what would you say?
34.
75 years old.
What? Yeah, bringing it home. Old baller.
That's not a laugh of funny. That's like, I'm worried. 75 years old. Aw, shit. Wrinkly sacks are in my future. She wants those 5 acres. Wrinkly pipes are in the future. That's it. Want it all, eh? Clock's ticking. Average men in Tijuana is like 7,000, so 35 kids, top 10. Yeah, good luck, bro. You're not on her radar, trust me. At all. Not even close. Most men in the U.S. aren't on her radar. I recently moved from India to Canada and got a $100K USD job and thought I was at the top coming from a poor country. But guess I'm still poor. Yeah, Raul, you're a bug sandwich salary. That's what you are. In their eyes. You don't even exist at 100K. My man. You got a Pagani?
That's so cool.
Would you date a 75-year-old
No.
to get the money?
No.
So where do you think these guys are at that are making this much money? Like, what do you think they're doing?
To be honest, like it's probably, I'm thinking like as someone that's in like the STEM world, they're probably in either STEM, entrepreneurship, or they are in the entertainment industry and they are the lucky few, I would think. Or they're maybe doing trades.
Okay, and what industry are you in? You're in STEM?
Yeah, I'm in STEM.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. That's impressive. So do you meet a lot of men who make this much money? Like, do most of the men you interact with meet these requirements?
Yes, if they're older, if they're outside my age range, yes.
Where do you think these guys are at that are making this much money?
They're honestly probably just not around because they have more going for themselves and just like going out and like partying around. They're probably like strictly businessmen, you know? So I don't know. It's Starbucks at 7 a.m. in the morning. That'd be my guess.
You guessed wrong, sis. A man making that kind of money does not go to Starbucks at 7 a.m. in the morning. They don't even know where to look for the kinds of men they're talking about. You think that dude's going to Starbucks at 7 a.m.? There's delusional, and then there's like, what's a word for beyond delusional? Fuck, what can you say? I see a majority of women in America being single. Dude, just wait for the statistics to bear out by 2035. Starbucks, bro. You're gonna find your 0.01% man. Starbucks.
At their business office.
So you said 150 to 250 would be kind of ideal. Over 70% of men never make 100K even once in their lifetime. So last year alone in 2021, only 23.4% of the male workforce made 100K. And this is like all ages, 16 to 75, like all working people. Yeah, and the majority of them, like you have to assume they're older because it's factoring in all ages. And then only one age, from 16 to 75, at the top 10% are making 200K. If you had to guess, pick which age do you think this is?
39.
75 years old.
Hell no. I don't want a raisin.
Raisin is what you're settling for. Ryan, to those going overseas to find a wife, learn from me. Don't bring them back. You have to live there, or they will become Americanized, and this becomes their standard. It's true, yeah. You do get spoiled. This is Fire at Tribeofmen Delusion and Disconnect. They just asking to be alone with pets for their life. Hit the like button, guys, by the way, if you haven't already. Yeah. Let's close this one out. It's wild.
I don't want a Hugh Hefner. Trust me, I'd rather just be single. Thank you, though.
Have you ever met any men that make that much money that are in the age that you're looking for?
Yeah, multiple.
And where do you typically meet them? Like online or on trips?
One I met traveling, one on a dating app, and one or two in person, like going out with my friends. But there are people that do make that are younger. It's just not like the median, right?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
So over 70% of men never make 100K in their lifetime. But last year, 23.4% of the male workforce made 100K. So that was in 2021.
Okay.
So 23.4%. Majority of those are probably older, but there probably is a small percentage that make, over 100K. But I mean, you said 300K, so that's not even any.
What I tell you about the 80-20 rule is now 95-5. Social media gave them access to the top percentile men. I'm talking 1%ers is in their world normal.
Anywhere close, but the median income.
Look at her. Not ugly. A few filters, some angles, reels them in. She gets flown out. She goes on vacations. A woman today at 20 years old, 18, experiences a life you can only dream of as a man. You will die 50, 60, 70, not being able to see half the shit she's seen by the virtue of her value inherently being a woman.
The median income for people never eclipses 65K regardless of age.
That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
I mean, I guess there is like a wide range, so.
Would you marry a guy who made less money than you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, because at the end of the day, like,
Stop the cap.
Like, that
Stop
isn't
the
necessarily
cap.
what makes me, like, attracted to a person.
Stop the cap.
Stop. You just told us your dating life. You just told us the men you literally only see. And now you're going to say you're going to date a guy that makes less. Your actions don't align with your words.
Person, and just because somebody makes X amount of dollars, like, you can't
Stop the
force
cap.
yourself, at least I can't, to like someone for that reason. So, like, if whoever I fall in love with or, like, want to be with doesn't make that, then it just,
Stop the
then
cap.
it is what it is.
So you'd be willing to make changes and
the
compromises
cap.
to your ideal scenario based off of hearing these statistics.
Yeah, because being in your ideal scenario but with the wrong person is gonna be miserable.
Stop the cap.
Right, like
Definitely.
if the only way you could have that is if the guy's 75 years old, like you're not choosing that.
No.
Stop the cap.
It depends. That depends because if I'm making enough money that I can sustain the family and still be a housewife, I guess.
How?
Like I'm making enough passive income or enough, like I can take time off enough with my job, then I'm okay with my husband not making as much, but
only if you were, say, at making 500K yourself.
yeah. If I was making 500K, then I can make that exception, but
Do you see the make-believe hypotheticals? If I was making 500,000, I'd be okay with a man earning less than me. On what fucking planet are you gonna have a passive income earning $500,000? We're not talking about putting in 80, 100-hour weeks, boys. We're talking $500,000 a year passive.
I don't think that I could marry somebody that makes less than me.
If the amount that I was making was different, then I think, okay, so the higher the amount of money that I would make would determine like if I would be willing to marry someone that makes less than me. At the end of the day, I would stay true to who I am, and if this was a person that I really ideally liked and they were just making $50,000,
Stop the cap.
and they were loyal, I would be with that person.
Stop the cap.
For sure.
Yeah, but as long as he doesn't have more debt than me, that's fine. Like, that's just like where we're talking about, like, if you're getting married to somebody, like, their baggage is your baggage. So you could make less money than me, that's fine, but don't bring more debt than me. You know, that's where it's like, I'm not gonna pay your bills that way.
What is it do you think that these men want specifically in a woman? Like, what would make a guy, like, pick you or want to be with you if they're making this much money? Like, what are they looking for?
A wallflower, someone they can come home to and they're making dinner and they're draped in lingerie and just unrealistic wife, I guess. Someone who takes the kids.
Imagine this is unrealistic. Imagine coming home to your wife cooking in lingerie and taking the kids to school. So what I'm going to assume she's going to say, that's unrealistic. Millies a year in Pagani's 5,000 square foot house, 5 acres. Not unrealistic. Me cooking at home in lingerie for my man, unfucking doable. What are you?
Misogyny.
We don't do that anymore. It's, the times that we're in, we're equal, and I'm going to have 50% paid and a fucking $500K a year passive income. Like, the fuck are you? Tell me to be in lingerie cooking. How much you think these women are making? I'd be shocked, dude, if any of these women are making over $50,000 a year. Any of them. What?
To school every day, someone who doesn't complain.
Unrealistic.
And yeah, I'm basically not that, is what I'm trying to get. So, folks, I'm screwed for that matter.
Perfect.
And what do you think those guys want? Like, the top 1% men, what are they looking for in women?
I mean, I hope it's just honesty and, like, loyalness, because that's the most...
Bruh.
Loyalness. Loyalty.
Misogyny.
I hope they're just looking for loyalty. That's what I bring to the table. I won't hoe it up. Damn, bro, the standard. Do you see? Loyalness. I bring loyalness. Pagani. This is Pagani, girl. This is F12 Ferrari. This is Italia 458s. This is 5 square. What was it? 5 acres, 5,000 square feet. I bring loyalness. This is Miss Loyalness right here. Fuck, bro. It clicks louder and louder and louder every passing day.
Most hard, I guess, like personality trait to find nowadays, and it's, I think, what should be the most important. So I hope that's what they're looking for. Honestly, though, it's probably fake ass and big titties, which is cool. I turn my head too, but it's just, I don't think they're as realistic as they should be. I mean, they say the same about us, so.
So you think men are unrealistic about maybe what they're looking for too?
Or they're not.
Did she just say boobs and ass is unrealistic for a man of that caliber to look for, but hers are okay?
Bruh.
Speech?
Well, not that they're unrealistic, but that they're
Too
there's
demanding?
such a painted picture of like what this woman should look like based on all these women on social media with Facetune and Photoshop and this, that, and the other, that it goes both ways.
But do you think since they're like the top 1% of men, they feel like they can be more picky about that kind of stuff?
100% that they can be a little bit more choosy. I mean, I think core values should always be present. You should always have standards for that. But if it's like aesthetics and looks, those 1%ers probably feel, you know, they don't have to talk to you if they don't want to.
Mm-hmm. And do you think women have unrealistic expectations too about men?
Yeah, absolutely.
Specifically, like in the money category that we're talking about?
Yes,
like,
I mean,
I just asked you to paint, a picture, and it's like a $3 million nest egg with a car. So, like,
so
what
nice.
are your thoughts after hearing the statistics? Like, does that
all my relationships brought almost nothing to the table, but expected everything. How do I keep any faith? Fish analogy, brother. You're in a toxic watering hole, and you need to take your boat, your lure, and all your gear to another one that's clean, that has good fish, not mutant fish with fucking 3 eyeballs, overweight, and can't see the world straight as it is. That's what you need to do. You need to go to clean waters where they're not tainted yet. Disco Ramen. Hi, Bo. This video demonstrates what Chris Rock said. A woman's love is conditional, and their love changes with the direction of how the wind blows. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Ramen. Appreciate the support. Thank you, everybody, for supporting during the stream. By the way, if you missed any of this, it'll be on Locals fully in a few hours. Bo, you're delusional. My loyalness is worth $500,000. My Pagani is waiting. The sky of loyalness will take me to the top.
Still seem realistic to you, or do you think it's maybe a little...
I mean, it seems realistic to myself because I know what I'm gonna get, and I really don't need the support of a guy like that. Like, I'm looking for another pilot. You know what I mean? I don't need a co-pilot. So
I don't need a man. I've seen people suffering from like schizophrenia make more sense than this shit. Commander Awesome, wow, you have to have 5 acres, 4,000 square foot house, 5,000, a Pagani, and she has to bring loyalness, bro. It's not loyalty. Can't make this shit up.
it just depends on the type of person that you surround yourself with. So I think anything could be realistic. You just have to work for it.
What are these guys looking for in women? Like, what do you think they want in a woman?
So that's why I feel this is the catch with dating someone that's making a significant amount of money. Even though they can provide the lifestyle that I, in a perfect world, ideally would love to have.
Manifest it, queen.
This is a person that has access to so many more things than the average person has. So I might not be enough for this person's curiosities, you know, and that would make me very insecure in a relationship. It would make me, if I was making significantly less than a partner, it would make me feel insecure, like I wasn't on the same level as them. And not that I'm trying to like be the, you know, super equal with my partner, because I can be submissive in some areas. I feel like that would just...
She is already trying to negotiate her femininity. I'm only going to be submissive in certain areas.
I couldn't maintain a relationship with a person.
Like, you would think maybe that they were looking elsewhere.
I think that men that make this much money just want a woman that's really easygoing, really laid back, probably doesn't have much of an opinion that's different from their own. I'll never be that woman. I'll always argue a difference of opinions because it's fun. So,
nope.
I feel like they want a woman that they can be very, what is the word? Like dominant over.
Nope.
Like they're gonna be calling the shots. These are all negative things.
Would you be willing to make any changes or compromises to the things that you want based off of hearing the statistics, like the house, how many kids, cars, vacations, you know, living in your nice neighborhood? Like, what compromises would you make? Or would you not be willing to make any compromises and this is just the life that you want? End all be all.
I just think at this stage in my life, because I'm 24 and I've dated a few guys, and that's still a goal of mine. Maybe if I was like 30 and, you know, my fertility clock was ticking and I needed to make some compromises to kind of like settle down with somebody, then I would probably be able to do that. But as of right now, that is still a goal of mine, and I think that it's achievable. Because I think that you can live that life with $300,000. Probably not $100,000, but $300,000 probably.
It's very different when you're expecting someone else to do it for you versus like, I'm going to do it myself.
Right.
And then, you know, whoever I'm with will hopefully have a similar mindset and be able to like work towards it with me, and we can kind of tackle it together.
Right. Yeah, it's like if you have 20K and I have 20K, like we can get so much more done as opposed to myself or yourself or me just demanding that you have that. It would never work for me.
Yeah, no, I'm not too fixated on the salary. I still want to be comfortable and hopefully have some of the things that I wasn't able to have, you know, go.
Why is the modern world so messed up like this? The world they live in is social media. They live on Instagram. That is their reality. On Instagram, the average makes $1 million. That's what their timeline shows them.
Go on trips and have kids and have them well taken care of. So whatever that means, it's a cliche saying, but like my best friend growing up, she came from a family of 8, also a blended family like mine. And her mom always said, you always make things work. So I'm like actually not even worried about it, because I think if you just think that I'm going to make it work, we're going to make it work.
And overall, just to round out this video, would you say that you're surprised by the statistics I showed you, like the median income of the 31-year-old only being, let me look really quick, $45,000?
Oh yeah, I'm shocked. But then again, like I understand it now that I think back of like different conversations I've had with people, different dates that I've went on. I'm like, that does make a lot of sense. But at the same time, it's also kind of nerve-wracking, because if I'm thinking like, you know, back in the day, like if you would have thought like in high school, like, hey, you know, once I'm 30, you know,
they're learning about the wall. You hear that? Once I'm 30, 30, 30, 30. Magic numbers, 30. Brock, thanks, brother. Love you. Been hearing these hyenas is making me lose IQ points. G-O-dizzle. How many of these women cried after this recording? Not one, because they went and opened up their DMs to multiple blue check marks, multiple millionaires willing to fly them out, and all they did was laugh and go, fuck, must suck to be an average guy. Didn't know they exist. Fuck, dude, there's losers making only 50K. Yeah, not a single tear was shed, trust me.
You know, everyone thought like, oh, at least for girls, like we're going to be married, you know, we're going to have kids, we're going to be living in this big house. And that's not even like the standard of living currently, or even like the average. So yeah, like that's insane to think about.
Yeah, it's crazy when you have an idea of what you want, but you don't really know what it is you're asking for.
Yeah, you don't know the true value of things until like you're currently experiencing it.
I think just surprised, honestly, because I wouldn't have guessed that. So it's good to know what is more realistic.
I'm definitely shocked, to say the least, especially for me picking 27. I wonder if maybe I would have picked a little bit of an older age.
Made
but
no
it just
difference.
wasn't ideal for where they would be at. But you said people don't even eclipse over 61,000. 65,000 over their life. That's just like,
for the median, yeah.
Yeah, for the average of people, it's interesting. So, I mean, I guess it really just depends on what you do for a living. It was a huge takeaway for me. I would have never guessed that number.
Yeah, because even if you go to 30, it's 45,000. 35, 52,000.
Wow.
And when you're a woman who's making, you know,
Wow, boys, you hear that?
30, it's 45,000. 35, 52,000.
Wow.
And when you're a woman who's making,
I am effed. No more Pagani for you.
you know, a good amount yourself, it's like you don't even think about a man making less than you. I think it's the mindset that a lot of women have.
I don't know, for myself, because I at a young age just figured out like the type of people to be around and how to invest and turn more money into money and things of that nature. So to know that a lot of people work really hard and never get there is like sad, I guess. Because I don't care if my man makes less money than me. Like, bitch, I'll pay for the trip to Bora Bora, but like, just be cool.
Stop the cap.
What are you talking about? $5,000 square feet, 5 fucking acres, Pagani, F12 super fast, 458 Italias. Trips around the world. You're going to pick up the tab. 458 Italias are entry level to her. Pagani's is what she wants. As long as she makes more than you and you can take her to Bora Bora, I mean, this is a very informative video. If you're a man watching this, you can filter for this on dates immediately. Immediately, dude. Social media, as degenerate as it is, you can use as an incredible tool for filtering women like this out. Watch the stories she looks at. Watch the accounts she follows, the pictures she posts. All this tells on them. If she is following accounts with high fashion, multi-million ballers, F12 Ferrari Superfast, Pagani, all that shit, if that's what she's following, just know that's what you got to be at. Just step away. How many of them know how to cook, can teach you about cooking? How many of them know how to keep a house clean? How many of them are feminine and want kids? How many of them have babysat, have, watched kids? How many of them said that for the man that makes this kind of money, they would gladly help him along with his business goals, his money-making endeavors, his dreams? How many of them? They all said that they'll pitch in 50%, that you got to make a certain amount, that my babies need to have a room each. Not one fucking word on what to give a man of that kind of value. Sorry, we heard it. It was called loyalness.
Bruh.
So, yeah, that's interesting to know that. Do you feel like a lot of women nowadays are like, I demand this? Like,
yeah, I do. And I think a lot of it has to do with social media.
Yeah, me too.
Just really painting an unrealistic picture of what we should be looking for in a partner. And also just like, if a guy's 25 years old, he's not going to be making $250K. Like it takes a long time to make money.
100%. And
I think people who don't grind and work themselves or come from a background where they had.
Yeah. And they can't even be bothered. It's an unrealistic ask for her to be home cooking in lingerie and taking the kids to school. Unrealistic ask. Remember that.
Had to really work for money or understand the value of a dollar. They don't understand how hard you have to work to make money.
Sure.
And some people, they work their butt off and they never make that much money.
I'm going to have to accept a man that makes $60,000. And honestly, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like they'd be a lot better, for one. But for two, a man that's going to come home and not cheat on you.
So were you shocked by the median income of a 32-year-old?
Yeah, that's just insane.
My conclusion is that these questions that you asked me are very important factors in, having a relationship with someone and having a happy, comfortable marriage, having realistic expectations in your life and with a
Link me that channel in the Discord or email me some of his videos, please.
partner, or being in a situation where you're settling, with a partner. It just brings up all those different things. I guess my takeaway from this is that I probably should be studying, different jobs that these men can have because I need to change. Maybe if I really want to find my ideal husband, I need to change, what rooms I'm showing up in.
All right, guys, that is all I have for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful.
Holy shit. That was Courtney Ryan and an absolute shocker of a banger.